Hello students, welcome to Physical Science Digital Classes Mehbubabad. Myself Narendra Babu Kotla, PGT Chemistry, TSMS Mehbubabad. Today, Atomic Structure, Class 10, Part 3. In this session, we are going to discuss about postulates of Bohr's model, Sommerfeld atomic model, Bohr's model of hydrogen atom. In an attempt to overcome the objections of Rutherford's model and to explain the origin of lines in hydrogen spectrum, Niels Bohr proposed his model of the atom. Bohr's model is based on the applications of quantum theory of radiation for revolving electron around the nucleus. In this model, the concept of atomic nucleus as proposed by Rutherford's planetary model is retained. Coming to the postulates of Bohr's model. Number 1. The electrons revolve around the nucleus with definite velocity in certain fixed closed circular paths called orbits or shells. So the electrons, they revolve around the nucleus with definite velocity in certain fixed closed circular paths. These circular paths are called orbits or shells. These shells are numbered as 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Or these shells are termed as K, L, M, N, etc. from the nucleus. Second point. Each orbit is associated with a definite amount of energy. Orbit in the sense shell. Each orbit or each shell. So first orbit, second orbit or third orbit, fourth orbit or K orbit or K shell, L shell, M shell, N shell, and these orbits or shells, they associated with a definite amount of energy. As long as an electron is revolving in an orbit, it neither loses nor gains energy. As long as an electron is revolving in an orbit, it neither loses nor gains energy. So these orbits are called stationary orbits or stationary states. As we are moving away from the nucleus, the radius of orbit and energy of orbit increases. As we are moving away from the nucleus, the radius of the orbit and energy of the orbit increases. That means inner orbitals are having the lower energy and outer orbitals having higher energy. Inner orbitals are having lower energy and outer orbitals are having the higher energy. Third one. The energy of an electron changes only when it moves from one orbit to the another orbit. The energy is absorbed when an electron moves from inner orbit to outer orbit. Inner orbit in the sense lower energy level. Outer orbit, that means higher energy level. When electron absorbs energy, when it absorbs the energy in the sense when electron wants to move from a lower energy level to the higher energy level, that means inner orbit to the higher orbit. Lower energy level and higher energy level. When it jumps from lower energy level to higher energy level, it requires energy. That's why it absorbs the energy. Till now we discussed absorption of energy. Then when energy emission takes place, the energy is emitted when electron jumps from outer orbit to inner orbit. So that means, so electron when it wants to emit energy, so when electron jumps, this is the higher energy level. So this is the lower energy level. When having more energy, when the electron is jumping from higher energy level to the lower energy level, so it releases energy. It emits the energy. How much energy it emits in the sense, so the how much extra energy it contains compared to the lower orbit energy. So it emits the energy. The amount of energy emitted or absorbed in a transition is equal to the difference between the energies of the two orbits. the energies of two orbits. Delta E is equal to E2 minus E1. The amount of energy emitted or absorbed in transition, that is equal to the difference between the energies of the two orbits. That means delta E is equal to E2 minus E1, where E2 is equal to higher energy level, E1 is equal to lower energy level. The energy emitted or absorbed is in the form of quantum. Fourth point. The centrifugal force of the revolving electron in a stationary orbit is balanced by the electrostatic attraction between the electron and nucleus. The centrifugal force of the revolving electron in a stationary orbit is balanced by the electrostatic attraction between the electron and nucleus. Next one, limitations of Bohr's theory. Bohr's theory failed to explain the spectra of atoms or ions having more than one electron. This theory failed to explain the atoms with more than one electrons or ions with more than one electron. This theory only explained the hydrogen atom having one electron. He plus ion, Li plus 2 ions means these are having the only one electrons. But this theory failed to explain spectra of atoms or ions having more than one electron. Second one, the fine structure of spectral lines cannot be explained by Bohr's theory. This theory failed to explain the fine structure of spectral lines. Third one, this theory failed to explain Zeeman effect and Stark effect. So what is Zeeman effect? Splitting of spectral lines of an atom into a group of lines under the influence of a magnetic field. Under the influence of the magnetic field, splitting of spectral lines of an atom into a group of fine lines is called as Zeeman effect. What is Stark effect? Splitting of spectral lines of atom into a group of fine lines under the influence of an electric field. Under the influence of an electric field, splitting of spectral lines of an atom into a group of fine lines is called as Stark effect. Next one, Sommerfeld atomic model. In order to explain the observed fine structure of spectral lines, Sommerfeld introduced two main modifications in Bohr's theory. According to this, electron is revolving around the nucleus in the elliptical orbits while retaining the first of Bohr's circular orbit. To describe the motion of electron in circular path, only one quantum number is required, that is principal quantum number, whereas electron revolving in elliptical orbits need two quantum numbers, that is azimuthal quantum number or angular quantum number and principal quantum number. The energy of electron in an elliptical orbit also depends on two quantum numbers. Sommerfeld added one elliptical orbit to Bohr's second orbit. So he retained the first orbit like that only, but to the second orbit, so he added an elliptical orbit. And two elliptical orbits to Bohr's third orbit. The first orbit is only circular orbit, but to the third orbit he added two elliptical orbits. So the nucleus of the atom is one of the principal foci of these elliptical orbits. The nucleus of the atom is one of the principal foci of these elliptical orbits. This theory successfully explained the fine structure of hydrogen atomic spectra. Limitation. This model failed to explain the atomic spectra of atoms of more than one electron. This model failed to explain the atomic spectra of atoms of more than one electron. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video.